Hello and welcome to Ground and Nurture. This is a slow flow for nourishing self-care. So let's go ahead and begin. We'll start in a nice and comfortable seat, whatever that means to you today. You are welcome to elevate your hips on a blanket or a yoga block or a cushion. And just take a few moments here to settle in, to arrive. So feel the support beneath your seat and invite length into your spine as you breathe in deeply. And as you breathe out, just let the arms rest down by your sides. Good. You're welcome to keep your eyes open. You can close the eyes or find a soft and gentle gaze down the line of the nose. I'll invite you to join me as we begin with a 3-part breath. So we'll take one hand to the heart, one hand to the belly, and we're going to take a long, slow, deep breath in, filling up the belly first, and then the rib cage, and finally the chest. Pause at the top of the in-breath, and then slowly exhale, emptying first the chest, and the rib cage, and the belly. Pausing at the bottom of the breath before starting again. Long breath in, feel your belly fill. Feel the rib cage expand, and again, finally the chest. Feel that space at the top of the in-breath, and then reverse your way out, feeling the palm fall, feeling the rib cage, and then the belly contract. Good, just take 3 or 4 more rounds, just like that. Breathing into the belly, into the rib cage, into the chest, and releasing chest, rib cage, belly. As you breathe, just focus on allowing your inhale and your exhale to be nice and smooth and even. And after you finish your next round, return to a nice natural rhythm of your body's breath and just guide both hands to your heart space. We'll take a moment to set an intention for our practice today. So we're going to focus on taking care of ourselves, on nourishing our bodies and our minds through our yoga practice, through our time on our mat. We're going to move with intention and awareness, listening to and honoring our body's needs the entire way. So let's set an intention to cultivate a sense of peace and self-love throughout this practice. Go ahead and release your hands down to your knees. If your eyes are closed, inhale, breathe them open. Exhale, again, root down into your seat, and inhale, feel that length in your spine. Just let the shoulders soften down the back and release the fingertips out and down. As you breathe in, sweep the arms out and up and overhead. Let the shoulders soften, and then breathe out. Press the palms out. Fingertips release out and down. We'll do that 2 more times. Inhale, float the arms out and up and overhead. Feel the softness in the shoulders, the length in the spine. Press the energy right back out and down. Good. One more time, just like that. In and release. Good. Go ahead and take your hands to your knees. And as you maintain that length in your spine, let the shoulders soften down away from the ears. We'll start with a little bit of neck movement to release tension through the neck and the shoulders. So the next time you exhale, allow your chin to fall down towards your chest. Inhale, left ear towards the left shoulder. Feel the right shoulder relax. Good. Exhale, chin to the chest, and inhale, right ear towards the right shoulder. So just slowly and mindfully connect breath to movement. Begin to move back and forth. Good. Listening to your body. And just allowing each movement to be a reminder that taking time for yourself is a powerful act of self-care and self-love. Good. Even that out. When your chin comes back down towards your chest, pause there before inhaling right back up to neutral. You can loop the shoulders up and back and around a few times if you'd like. Good. Maybe back and up, forward and down. Good. Let's go ahead and straighten our legs out, coming into our staff pose or dandasana. So stretch those legs out nice and long, and again, you might have a blanket underneath your seat. If your spine is rounded like this, you'll either want to elevate the hips on a blanket or put more of a bend into your knees. Good. From here, once more, float the arms out and up and overhead. Let those shoulders soften down the back. We'll inhale, lift up and out of the hips. Lead with the heart to hinge forward and allow your hands to fall down wherever they land. Good. So you can stay here with your spine nice and long if you'd like to. Or if you want to round and fold, you can walk your hands further forward. Maybe allow the chin to fall down towards the chest again. Just give yourself a few deep breaths right here. Good. One more long, deep breath in. Gently let it go. Draw the navel in towards the spine as you rock your hands all the way back in. Nice long spine. Float the arms out and up and overhead. Good. Exhale. Press the hands right back out and down. Staff pose. Good. From here, we'll make our way into our tabletop position. So bend your knees, come towards the center of your mat, swing your legs around, and feel free to pad under those knees with a blanket, or if you need to, fold your mat in a little bit so you've got a little extra padding underneath those knees. Take your time. Tops of the feet press into the ground. The wrists or the hands, the fists, are right under your shoulders, and your middle finger points forward. Good. From here, we'll come into our cat and our cow. So nice long spine. Press into your palms around your spine. Draw the navel in. And then breathe in deeply as the belly drops. Heart shines forward. Good. Press into those hands as you round the spine, chin to the chest. And as you breathe in deeply, the belly drops. Collarbones widen. Good. A few more rounds just like this. Connecting breath to movement in a nice, mindful way. Good. After your body's next inhale, we'll go ahead and return to a nice, neutral tabletop position. And just take your time. Walk your hands forward a little bit. Shift your shoulders over your wrists. Good. So we're in a nice low plank here. Nice long line of energy. Shoulders relax down away from the ears. And then take your time. Lower with control. Slow and steady. Elbows graze the rib cage as you come all the way down. And then from here, loop those shoulders back. Hug the elbows in close. Press into the tops of your feet. And lift the heart for cobra. So don't let your shoulders creep up towards your ears. Relax them down and away. Breathe out as the heart comes back down to the ground. We're going to come back into our tabletop briefly. You're going to bring your big toes together to touch and send your knees wide before easing those hips back into child's pose. Good. Feel free to walk your hands forward or create a pillow with your forearms for your head. Find what feels good and just offer yourself a few mindful breaths right here. If you'd like to, return to that 3-part breath, breathing into the belly, breathing into the rib cage, breathing into the chest, pausing at the top, and then reversing the way down. Chest, rib cage, belly, pause. Take your time. When you're ready, slowly and mindfully ease back into that tabletop position. Keep the hands where they are, so you'll notice that the fingertips and the hands are a little further in front of your shoulders. Go ahead and tuck those toes. We're going to ease into our first downward facing dog. So spread and press through your hands, middle fingers point forward, and send your hips back and away. Good. Let the shoulders relax away from the ears. Soften through the knees if you need to. You want to float your hips back and away, really elongate through the spine. Maybe even pedal out through those feet. Take your time. Find what feels good here. Neck is nice and long and relaxed, and the breath is long and steady. When you're ready, go ahead and float that right leg back and away, three-legged dog. And we'll ease into a nice low lunge. Guide the right foot to the mat between your hands. Soften the skin of the back knee down. And if your right foot has stuck somewhere in the middle, that's okay. Just use your hand to scooch it forward so you can set your knee right over top of your ankle bone. Beautiful. From here, pausing with a nice long spine. Feel the length as you sink down through those hips. Stay here if you'd like to, or guide your hands up to the top of your thigh, maybe your heart space, or maybe reach the arms up high to the sky. Find what feels good in your body, and just offer yourself a few mindful breaths right here. Invitation from here to separate your arms wide, elbows wide, palms face forward. Maybe even lift up and out of that low back for a gentle back bend, lifting the gaze. Neck stays long and relaxed. We're continuing to sink down into that front heel. Good. Guide your hands down. Frame your front foot with your hands and send that right knee back beside your left knee. Knees might stay about hips width distance apart this time as you send those hips back towards your heels and feel the length in your spine. With each inhale, invite in a deep sense of calm and serenity. And with each breath out, just notice where you can surrender, releasing tension. Good. The next time you inhale, draw yourself forward, fingertips a little in front of your shoulders, tuck those toes, and send your hips back and away. Downward facing dog. Again, feel free to bring some movement here into those hips. And as you really spread and press through the hands, root into your right toes, float that left leg back and away now. Three-legged dog. Good. Slowly shift your weight forward as you invite the left foot to the mat between the hands. Soften the skin of that back knee down. Feel that length in your spine. You're welcome to use blocks here underneath your hands. Just let yourself sink into your hips. Stay here if you'd like to, or guide your hands up to the tops of your thighs, maybe your heart, or maybe all the way up to the sky. Find what feels good as you settle into the pose. Just guide your awareness to the breath and allow it to guide you towards stillness and inner peace. Take your time. From here, an invitation to again separate those elbows wide, palms forward, sink down into those hips, maybe lift the heart to the sky, lift your gaze, breathe here, listen to your body. And when you're ready, plug your hands in on either side of that front foot. Step back to your low plank this time, or if you'd like to, tuck your toes, lift your knees for high plank, shoulders over wrists. Good, nice strong core. And we'll slowly and mindfully lower to the belly. You can come down to your knees, your chest, to your chin if you'd like. Press into the tops of your feet. Hug your elbows in close. Lift the heart. Beautiful. Release all the way back down. Send your hips back into child's pose. Again, give yourself a few breaths here. Breathe into the belly. Breathe into the rib cage. Breathe into the chest. Tapping into that deep well of serenity and peace within. Take your time. When you're ready, walk your hands in towards your knees. We'll come through kneeling as we rock onto one side of the hips or the other. Stretch those legs out long in front of us as we scooch towards the center of our mat, bending those knees. And slowly and mindfully ease your way down onto your back. Good. Shoulder blades firm on the back. And just go ahead and hug your right knee into your chest. Stretch your left leg out long. You're going to release that right shin parallel to the ground. You can take your right arm out into a T if you'd like. Twist as you take your right knee over to your left. And either continue to look straight up or gaze out to your right. Find what feels good. Good. Feel the breath moving through the body. When you're ready, the next time you breathe in, guide your gaze and your knee back to center. Hug your left knee in, give your hips a little rock side to side. And then stretch your right leg out long on the ground. And from here, set yourself up for your twist on this side, draping your left leg across to your right. Perhaps choosing the T with your left hand, maybe looking out to your left. Good. Find what feels good here as you settle into this twist. Take your time. Inhale back to center. Hug both knees into your chest. Give yourself a little rock side to side. And then when you're ready, go ahead and set your feet down. Lengthen your legs out long on the mat. Let the palms rest on the ground by your side. Your palms can face up or down, whatever you prefer. Let your eyes soften or close. Settling into Shavasana, settling into stillness. Letting the breath be natural. With each inhale, tapping into that inner peace, that inner serenity. And with each breath out, just allowing yourself to melt into the support beneath you.